Hello. Welcome again to my channel. I hope you've been finding my content very educative. If so, I would like for you to click on the subscription button so that you can be getting more informative and educating content like this. So today I would like for us to discuss what I captioned how to create your own real estate wealth, agricultural real estate wealth. Okay, you might not read this in any book, so I would like for you to pay rapt attention, but I can guarantee you can start and create your own wealth from the agri sector using the vehicle of agri real estate. That's, you are not into primary production, you are not into trading like I am, but you can build your wealth by investing deliberately into the agri real estate sector. And I'm going to try to classify this in two phases. The first phase, for those who will say, real estate, I don't have money. Yes, the first phase is for you. The second phase is for the big boys who have lots of cash to play around, and it's going to be a win-win for everybody. Number one, investment, real estate, agricultural investment that you want to consider is agri farmland. Very, very phenomenal. Most people, when they think about real estate, they think about the inner cities. Well, guess what? Those inner cities used to be farmlands many years ago. And when I talk of many years ago, I just mean few decades ago, not very long time. Most of those places were farmlands. So for a wise person, you want to leverage going into massive investments in the farmlands. And I can tell you, most of those farmlands are very, very cheap and affordable, not as expensive as the cities. Go to the outskirts of the towns. Most of the land currently used for farming are where you want to put your money. Some of them go for ridiculous amounts per acre. I'm telling you, mostly farmlands are sold in acres. You can get good size of land for cheap amounts. In Nigeria, for example, there are places you can get an acre of land for below 100,000 naira. That is something that you can work towards. If you save, it's no matter how the economy is, it's easy for you to save at least 100,000 over a year, over 12 months. But another option that is available, even if you don't have money to buy your own land, you can market. Most of the farmlands usually are not what people are exposed to. You can go and meet most of the chiefs and have a negotiation with them. And you go into the inner cities, do proper marketing, and then bring them to come by. You can even have a legal agreement with those chiefs. You know, in some cases, you drop little money, you get power of attorney from them, and then you go marketing in the inner cities. And before you know it, I've seen people use this strategy to become huge millionaires. I'm telling you, with almost nothing, they just approached the chiefs, negotiated with them at the best rates possible, drop some amount, get a lawyer, draft a power of attorney, put their signboards on those lands, and start marketing in the cities. it. I'm telling you a real life story. I've seen people who have moved from nothing to be very, very wealthy using this strategy. Moving from nothing. As I'm talking to you, my mind is moving with people who I knew started with nothing, but with agricultural land marketing. Okay, what's another option? You can even get those lands and take it a step notch. Promise those clients that you can help them establish farm on those land. That is you now having layers of money. Now you've made money by selling those land to them. Then you can also tell them you can help them establish farmlands on those farm. For example, I know somebody who sold those lands. Also tell those clients, that's creating layers of income now. Told those clients, because those hubs, they are cashew hub. That place was a cashew hub, Ogbomoso to be precise. Told those clients he can help them plant cashew on the farm. He charged them for planting those cashew. After planting, he created another layer that he can help them manage those farms and help them sell the produce. You see how he's moving. First, he started from having little money, acquiring the land, get legal backing, then markets. Not just markets, he's able to get multiple layers from that single land. Okay, that is, there are lots of strategies you can explore. What you want to be careful for in farmland, number one, make sure that most of your land is not too far from the major road. It's easier to market lands that are close to the road. Number two, you want to target farmlands in areas where there are agric commodities. That is a major hub for a particular agri commodity. Like the example I gave earlier, this guy started selling land in Ogbomoso, where is a cashew hub. You know what? He got clients, lots of them from Lagos. Lots of his clients were from outside Nigeria. All he did was market on social media. I'm telling you. So that's how you can leverage, starting from marketing agricultural farmland. The second agric real estate income for those who are big boys that you can leverage is agricultural commodity warehousing platforms. Okay, what do? You go to agricultural markets. You acquire land from the government or from individual sellers, depending where you build your warehouse, and then you can lease it out to people. Okay, you can lease it out to people. One of the beautiful things about Nigeria is that every community has an agric market, so you don't even need to start at a big level like I'm doing currently. You can target little markets around you, and I can tell you, you can just build stores for starters. I knew somebody who bought land from government for peanuts, and a few years down the line he sold it for millions. Just a store, not even a standard warehouse. He built within a market somewhere in Kogi State. He sold it for millions. I'm telling you, okay, just a store. You can start at that level, or at a bigger level you can target bigger cities like Kano, like Lagos, like Port Harcourt. those places are for the big boys. Okay, you can build massive warehouses for agric warehousing in those big cities. For example, in Kano, where we have some of our major businesses, you can build your big warehouse for about 50 million, thereabouts. And I can tell you per annum, you will get your returns beyond around the neighborhood of 30% annually. I'm telling you, true life story, around the neighborhood of 30% conveniently. You might get much more than that. Okay, some of the least warehouse we're renting in Kano, for example, it's about 7 million. Very small warehouse, no office, just enough to. Okay, so that's an example. You can build it and warehouse and rent it out for warehousing. Another thing you can do, I know warehouses in Lagos, they don't even rent it out to individual. They rent out spaces within those warehouses, so you can have your warehouse built, and when people have commodities to store for a period of time, they warehouse with you. You charge them an amount and they pay daily. Okay, see, I have discovered that agricultural warehousing pays more than your typical house rent. I'm invested in house rent. I have tenants who pay me, and I also have warehouses. I can tell you for sure, renting out an agricultural warehouse pays far, far, far more than what you will get in building house and putting in tenants. Some of the encouragement we have is capital appreciation over time for house rent. Otherwise, the rent is not in so much attractive. You will get multiple of what you are getting in house rent from warehouse, and you will spend less in building that warehouse compared to what you will spend in building a rental warehouse, because all the finishing alone for rental property, warehouse is just basic things. You don't need much to establish a proper warehouse. And taking it to a bigger level, you can also advance where you build that warehouse and put in some machineries and lease it out to people. So you are adding value now. Now the first value is you just build the warehouse and lease it out. Second one is that, you build the warehouse and you are hiring space. The third one is that you put machines in the warehouse, and then you can now begin to hire it out. The higher the value you are adding to the warehouse, the more you can make. I've seen where people come in and give money in advance for warehouses that have machines in advance and tell you just will pay you ahead. So when we work, you deduct. Okay, beautiful opportunities within agricultural warehousing space that you can explore. So there are many dimensions. You can tweak it, but I'm telling you, it's a huge untapped source of income for people, both low-level people, high-level people who are abroad looking for opportunities to explore within the agri sector. This is an opportunity for you. Of course, if you're looking, because I'm aware some of the people watching me are in Europe, you're looking at setting up something like that in Nigeria, you can reach out, we can consult for you and help you set up something. But I can tell you, we can help you make good, legitimate money in this Nigeria. People are deceived to believe that everybody is going through the same thing. In this same Nigeria, some people are making good money. I've never seen the level of development in real estate that is going on in Nigeria now, like I'm seeing in some places in Nigeria. There are people making money in the same economy. Decide to be part of those who are not complaining, but working at improving and adding value and making money. I hope this video was informative enough for you and inspiring enough to push you to take actions. If so, please, like I said earlier, subscribe so that when I upload you can see more videos from me. Till I upload another video again. Bye bye.